Good evening, RPG Limit Break, and welcome to some Week 5 action of the 2023 Dragon Warrior Randomizer Winter League. Tonight we got some Group 7 action featuring SassageLink, Guelph35, Cyberdark86, and JBRunTR. Hi everybody, I'm DK9146. Alongside me in the booth tonight's going to be Aaron to you too. How you doing tonight?
I'm excellent, sir. How are you doing?
Oh, I'm doing fantastic. Absolutely love this flag set. We've seen some fantastic races so far this week. And we got a little bit of potential playoff implications in this one, so a little extra to monitor for as these racers get going here.
Absolutely. If you look at the points right now, you see SassageLink and Guelph both have 10. Cyberdark and JBRun have 9. The cutoff to make the playoffs, or at least to make a play-in, is 15 points. So SassageLink and Guelph, with a win today, get 5 points and would be eligible. But that's the only case where that happens. So the winner of this race, if it is one of our top 2 runners, will make it. If it is anybody else, all 4 will not make the playoffs.
Exactly. So those bottom 2 can definitely play some spoilers. So it should be exciting to watch as we get these initial items. We find a torch. We get another torch. That's actually not too terrible with this 5 strength start and only heal, and they'll get their key in the back.
Yeah, those torches can be thrown for 6 to 9 damage, and that is going to be very nice when it comes to dealing with just getting out of level 1 jail, which can sometimes be frustrating. 2 torches means potentially 2 ghosts, which is 8 experience, which is more than the 5 required.
All right, we're out onto the overworld. We're kind of down on a little peninsula. We see a cave across as we see Cyberdark's fantastic Winter League set there.
Yep, he only is using it because he is completely eliminated, and if it did offer some sort of advantage, wouldn't matter. So completely, and it doesn't matter anyway because we know it doesn't. But there we go, Scorpion down, level 2 immediately. Same with Guelph, and a little bit of power, but not enough that's going to get you going anywhere.
Not at all. Funny enough, though, they already get the Heal More spell. We're playing with flag set Heal and Hurt before More, and since they started with Heal More was eligible at any level, and they got it at level 2.
Heal More may eventually allow you to kill some things that you can't kill now, but it's not really gonna be of much use for a few levels. Anyway, level 3 now on Cyberdark's screen, and no strength. So 8 strength at level 3 feels pretty bad.
No, absolutely. Early on, you're looking for that strength because that's all they have, strength to get their attack power, which is why those numbers do match. So I'm going to have to find something a little less than the Scorpion to get past level 3 at least. While SassageLink's out monitoring the world here, we'll see if he can get past this wolf.
Yeah, he's just a little bit northeast of where we've seen the other players. But, a Knight with Hurt, that could be useful later. However, it also has the hands, and nothing Sassage can do about them hands.
Yeah, Knight's gonna do some damage if it does its Fists of Fury, and it absolutely did. We see an epic battle here with a stop spell Draki. I wonder if he's got some other fun stuff with him.
And as commented on chat by Beta Strep, to possibly, save with the gold you got and push out to find a town to buy some more torches. We do have small maps, so the idea of a town being nearby isn't going to be very rare, but you still have to survive to get there. So I guess that's the big thing. We have been blessed with a reasonable amount of agility. That's really the only thing we've been blessed with, that and the Heal More spell, which again at this point is just kind of funny.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, we do see SassageLink go north, and there is a connecting path around to where he can access this cave if he's able to get there. We'll see if that's the direction he's going to try and go.
On the right side, we see both Guelph and JBRun doing 0 to 1 on the Magicians, but they got healed, so they can possibly get this one down. And gold for Sassage, which would be amazing if there was a town for him to use it in.
No, absolutely. The nice thing is it's in the freebie cave there, really accessible by start. He finds a slime to the west. I mean, that's a lot of slimes just to get to level 3, let alone 4, which we know 3 does nothing for their strength. But yeah, he's got a place he can go back and get gold if he does ultimately find a town.
Oh, and the Drakey with Hurt More. Cyberdark, however, I believe, was that South Swamp that he found?
It sure was, and we got a blue dragon with Hurt as well, which is absolutely fantastic. Up to 3 potential chests in here. Only 2 going to be accessible to the runners right now, since the 3rd one's behind the spike, though.
Right, and even if they were somehow able to get through the spike, there's a key, And then there's a princess you have to deal with, and it's just a whole deal.
Oh, look at that red slime up on SassageLink. Puts him to sleep and then throws out the hurt more. Ouch.
So it looks like Zone 1 to the west here is actually got some lower level enemies than what everybody else has been dealing with, which isn't bad except for the fact that, you have the red slime there, which is just a little nasty.
Well, that was a long, long battle by Cyberdark, but gets that big 4 experience from the ghost here. Finds out there's no chest on the bottom portion of the cave. He's going to try and get his way to the top. There can be another chest on the top right side.
He is tangling with another ghost. Again, with what he has right now, Ghost is one of the better fights. Is he guaranteed damage at this point? He is. So there you go. He's guaranteed to do 1 or 2, which you'd like to see the 2, but it's not really coming, is it?
Yeah, it's been few and far between, mostly 1s, but does take down a second one and gets rewarded with the green dragon.
And SassageLink got his gold and then was rewarded with a Hurtmore from a Drakey.
Yeah, so a little bit of a rough start here for these runners. We got JBRun finding a cave and a town as he headed northeast a little bit, and we got Keytown here.
Oh, you get that gold, you go there, and the seed could open up. We don't know for sure that there will be anything accessible, but maybe there's something good in the shop here. Worth checking out. That did pick up wings there in the free chest spot. The only town-based additional chest location that does not require keys.
Yeah, absolutely. JBRun, not having gotten to the freebie cave yet, doesn't know about its goal. Does pick up the bamboo pole. That puts him in the early lead here. We know winners buy poles and top it off with some clothes.
Pole and clothes for JBRun. Awesome. Love to see it. A lot of times people will be like, oh, that's like 4 seconds I have to waste, and stick their nose up to it. And we'll see if it pays off for him.
Well, he checks out that cave next door. It's the Staff of Rain cave where you exchange the harp, goes north and finds another town and another cave. So he's getting some locations figured out here.
Town is Breckenary. I think he still has enough money to visit the inn. No, never mind.
He could sell those wings that he picked up there in Rem, but he's going to check out the shop here, just see what is available. Another small, low-level equipment, but that hand axe would be fantastic right now.
Well, we're saying that Sassage has made it to Remolder. He has money. Should be able to get a full set of keys, and we'll see what else he decides to do with that money right now. Because again, any sort of weapon you can get, massive advantage. And looking at what else we have, Cyberdark has hit level 4, 3 strength. Still pretty terrible. So maybe the grind's a little bit nicer than it was, but he is still struggling. And so any sort of weapon here would be amazing.
Yeah, I think the bigger picture there, as I just saw him throw it, is the hurt spell. So he's able to take down that Magidrakia in 1 swing. JBRun found the grave, but also found a baby breath breathing axe knight that sent him packing before being able to check any chests.
Ooh, gross. Well, what you said before about hurt, that doesn't really matter what your strength is now. Usually you wind up with about 30 points of strength before it starts outclassing the hurt spell. And even though we don't have a lot of magic yet, at least on Sassage's side, I was looking at him instead of Cyberdark. Sorry, Cyberdark has a decent amount of MP.
Yeah, and he parlayed that hurt into a very quick level 5 there, getting that in about 45 seconds. And it came with Repel, but most importantly, the Radiant spell, which if we do have to go diving through some caves, is extremely beneficial.
Nice. And and he's picked up level 5 as well. So stats are starting to come just a little bit, but he's probably fine.
All right, Sassage buying more keys, I guess.
He used a couple, and I think he just assumes he's going to die, so he might as well top off. Especially in this flag set, really keeping your keys maxed out is pretty smart, especially if you don't feel super comfortable knowing where every single door is that you're going to need.
On the right side, we see both our runners just finally giving up on those lesser enemies, not coming across those ghosts that we saw Cyberdark finding in as we're trying to damage race some enemies here with their heal spell. We'll see if Guelph gets this one down. It is level 4. So
SassageLink using the wings back, we're going to see a treasury check while Cyberdark hits level 6, 12 power, but 0 hit points. That's starting to look like a problem.
Yeah, the HP, everything's kind of lacking. The strength has kicked up a little bit over the last 2 levels, but I mean, when your HP's at 36 at level 6, that's kind of disgusting.
All right, we're going to get the very sparse treasury check here, which has a treasure guard on the first thing. However, it is the knight with hurt. You won't be able to check the other chest, however, because it is blocked by the first one. Always fun when that happens.
Absolutely. That's one of my favorite things that happens with those treasure guards. We do see an alternate chest here down by the old man, and there is one across the barrier tiles as well.
So actual vanilla number of chests here in Tantagel, just not in the vanilla locations.
Yeah, King got onto us as didn't realize he didn't have enough HP or forgot to heal one of the two. But the King got onto us stealing all the treasury all the time, so he moved the chest around to try and hide them.
Yeah, he chose just to load. I think he's going to worry about it later, saving that key. Cyberdark now finding the Stone's Cave with the gold, and it looks like Sassage might be heading that way as well, possibly to get what was predicted in chat. Broadsword, large shield, be about 4 trips in here, I think.
Yeah, real quick to cycle this cave, fairly safe zone as long as you don't get slept by one of those lesser enemies, and then see if you can make it safely back up the rim and get a lot of offensive power going.
Cyberdark finding a middle Scorpion over here in this western zone, which with the hurt spell, this is about the best enemy you could hope for to grind on right now, because it's 1 to 2 hurts, usually 2, but real juicy experience, 31 experience for usually just taking 1 hit.
No, absolutely. Yeah, it's a fantastic hurt enemy, nice early enemy. This enemy isn't really bad either, as long as it doesn't sleep you right away.
Yeah, the location of Tantagel has a northwest zone fairly close, right about where that water, or where that river peaks up, which we'll see, well, where Sassage is exactly right now.
Oh, and Sassage, man, just getting that gold together and getting slept and hurt by this Spectre with sleep. It does not wake up in time.
And he decides to load. That's interesting. I thought maybe he would just try to take the money for the broadsword and go that way, but no, he's not taking that at all.
Yeah, it's a little peculiar because he would still have 1,500 and change there and wouldn't have to get near as many gold chests again to get back to where he was.
The Spectres are continuing to have fun with our players. Sassage gets away, Cyberdark does not. It didn't seem like he had a whole lot more going on where he was, though, so I don't think he's too sad to get sent back.
No, agreed. So Cyberdark still with that early experience lead here, but our runners on the right side, Guelph and JBRun, both have gotten to level 5 and are quickly rocketing towards level 6 at this point. So they're starting to catch up on that experience, getting that same grind that we saw Cyberdark do a few moments ago. Meanwhile, Sassage still lagging way behind on experience, but if he can parlay this these gold chests and some equipment, he should have no issue catching up really quickly as well.
Yeah, Guelph is exploring in a slightly different area. This is possibly, again, maybe still zone 1 on the right side. It's a little hard to tell, but kind of wrapped around. Didn't really find anything, but you does see a cave. I don't think we've seen this one before from anybody else. Nope, never mind. That is swamp. I think we have seen that.
Yeah, I think we both missed when Cyberdark went in where he found it, but there we go. He finds out the news about the ghost and the no chest at the bottom. We'll see if he has better luck getting to the top here.
Cyberdark, meanwhile, just about to find Remolder and realize, oh, this town was within range the entire time.
Yeah, good news for him. He knows exactly where our gold chest is here. He does have some gold on hand, so he's going to go ahead and buy him some keys in the meanwhile. And up top, we got that broadsword, large shield combo getting ready to get purchased here.
I think he's going to snag the chainmail as well. The money seems to be very specifically aligned to that, and there we go. So very solid mid-game gear for Sassage. Maybe going to get off level 2 here in just a moment.
Yeah, broadsword in hand should have no issue back here in Zone 0, Zone 1, taking out some of these enemies. Meanwhile, we got Cyberdark, got his keys, does see the chest down there, is going to go check out this back chest, find out his information about the wound.
Guelph has found Garenham, which was on the right side of the opposite side of North Swamp. There was a town south, but I didn't see if he popped in. I'm wondering if that was Hawkson's, because he was not there very long at all if he did.
Yeah, I missed that too, but he's going to go clubbing and get him a small shield on top of that, so he's got a little bit of equipment also. Sees a cave across the waterway there, and does the circle of safety and finds an Axe Knight again.
Yeah, that cave was North Swamp, so he knows what's there.
So that Axe Knight had baby breath earlier. It also has sleep.
I think I've heard that called the Diet Wombo. I would call it annoying.
Nah, annoying is perfectly put. So a little emboldened with that hurt spell here. We got JBRun taking on a wolf here. It'd be a nice 40 experience if he is able to get it down here. Ragai
clears to level 7. I think that was 4734. Again, just a small amount of stats. He's got a few keys here. He's going to check everything else in Rim and then possibly flip around. Probably hoping to find gold if anything, just because... which he theoretically sort of could find gold if he really wanted to try to grind this death necklace and lose 2 keys a pop.
Yeah, I think he'd opt to go back to the freebie cave instead. But yeah, Cyberdark does have enough for 1 more key if he wanted to go around, realizes that's all he's got enough for, and gets out of there trying to find some more gold outside.
So JBRun now is also picking up keys. So everyone but Guelph has seen Rim. It's really the only direction now that he's going to Stone's Cave that he hasn't went from home. So unfortunately, Cyberdark did get taken out by a Star Wyvern over there. It's not a safe zone.
Now, Cyberdark finding the Star Wyvern with Hurt War. So a lot of enemies with abilities today so far. All right, so we got some grinding going on SassageLink. He's starting to catch up in experience here, and honestly, with that broadsword, unless someone else decides to do the same play, we'll have the superior offensive firepower here at moving into level 6 and 7. The others are all kind of doing similar things. Cyberdark is getting some gold here, so we'll see if he's going to go get his own equipment in a moment.
Yeah, and actually, I bet what Cyberdark is doing right now is probably thinking more just about topping off on keys. But SassageLink has almost completely erased the experience deficit. He's still got a ways to go to hit 7, but you know, things they die really fast when you have a broadsword compared to a hurt spell and some slaps.
No, absolutely. We saw Guelph find a metal slime up there in those hills. Never did land a swing, and then immediately runs into a knight, which knocked him back to Tantagel.
We'll see. JBRun saw the knight and ran away. I think he's got the resources to get to this last chest, so we might finally see what it is here in just a moment.
I'm hoping Demon Knight Treasure Guard. Let's go. And he talks to the chest, lets it know that he's there, heals up a little bit. That's the smart play. And it's a gold man. It is a treasure guard.
So Tantagel with 2 key items. However, this gold man is probably a little too much. They have, you know, I love to say this. Everyone loves to hear me say it, that the Goldman has the most hit points of any non-Sharlock enemy. So they can be hurt down, but they're going to hurt you in the process.
No, absolutely, and their swings are pretty strong, all things considered. So Cyberdark ultimately settles at 5,100 gold, gets out of there, and we'll see if he can make it up successfully.
See, 5,100. That sounds like full plate, broadsword, large shield. That's a little less than that. I always try to figure out what the player has in mind, which, I mean, he's going to get everything he can get here anyway.
Yeah, exactly. I was trying to figure out the gold as well, but ultimately he has a thought in mind here. So we'll see what it is. He probably will be topping keys off as well now that he does have that gold in hand.
SassageLink has officially taken the experience lead now, hunting down warlocks, in the northern area over there. Choosing to go back into the castle and heal, though, is always an interesting one.
Yeah, wondering if he's trying to save the gold, but honestly, with that gold chest right around the corner, not a real big concern. There we go. Guelph does come across Rim, is going to be our last runner to pick up keys, but we'll join the rest of them here. Just a little short of level 7, so he's trailing a little bit, but he does have those keys, and he'll get some information in a moment. Cyberdark comes across a Wolf Lord, swings it and hits it for 17, and immediately sleeps him and hurt wars him. Another enemy with some ridiculous combo of abilities.
Unfortunate, but now he gets his opportunity to see the night, which he may have seen the hurt. This is not as unlikely a fight as it might seem. Maybe heal whenever it punches and use hurt whenever it doesn't. I don't know.
Yeah, I think ultimately it would depend on how frequent the hurt does happen. Unfortunate for him, he just gets punched in the face immediately and just nopes out of that battle. So, not going to know about that hurt at least immediately.
I guess what's the saying? Everyone has a plan until they get punched in the face.
No, you nailed it. And he didn't check these alternate chest locations. Opting to go ahead and check the basement first, which is tablet.
Didn't heal either. Now we do have Stair Shuffle on, but he didn't even check the one chest that could be there. He has something else in mind, I think. Also not healing. Kind of confusing what he's doing right now. Wolf is not a bad enemy, though.
Exactly, and that's what I was gonna say. Found a decent enemy there. We'll see if he wants to try and grind it out. Did find a Wolf Lord there. Does know exactly how scary they are. So noping out of that. Question in chat: what's the normal level range for siege completion? It can definitely vary, but ultimately the randomizer is kind of set around that level 16-ish finish. We can see stuff a little earlier, atypically, and then every once in a while a seed is really rude and makes us go 19, 20, even plus. But typically we'll see it probably at 15, 16, like Brian Williams mentioned.
Right, and speaking of that, leveling, SassageLink just hitting level 8. Pretty good level, though, all things considered. 3 double-digit hit point increases and stop spell, which could be very useful on this night.
Yeah, absolutely. The extra HP definitely stepping us up in the right direction. It's nice to see something in the 50s now, let alone even getting to the 40s. So that's pretty good for him here. No Hurtmore yet. Hurtmore could come at any level here, and that would definitely be a huge boon to their ability to take down some enemies and grab some experience.
And dang, Guelph just took out a Metal Slime, managed to get him to level 8, take the experience lead, and I think he got a couple of hits on a second one there before it went away, and I think he's here for the Metal Slime specifically.
Yeah, it's definitely a crapshoot if you're going to be able to take it down. The Wolf is a nice backup as you're in this zone as well, but as you see, 255 is already 33% of his total experience.
Yeah, not bad at all. JBRun doing some gold grinding, Cyberdark just, kind of grinding in. It is the actual same zone that Guelph is in, it just looks a little different because of the graphic change. And Sassage is out and exploring, so all of our players, some of them doing the same thing, some of them doing things they've already been doing.
Sassage run blocked by a red slime and then gets hurt more. you gotta love it at level 8.
Yeah, no, you don't expect it at level 8, but he got it anyway, so hopefully he had a little laugh out of that.
All right, JBRun, a little golden hand, opts to go ahead and save to play it safe here. Should be able to get some equipment here momentarily, though, and we'll see with his additional knowledge of maybe that Goldman or even that Knight. And once he picks up Stop Spell, if he wants to give either of those spikes a chance.
Yeah, and he's reasonably close to level 8. I don't know. In this situation, I might be thinking specifically that get gear and gain the level and then hit those spikes again. Which, again, we saw level 8 was pretty nice, so it's a lot more reasonable there than it was at 7.
No, absolutely agree. I kind of like the what Cyberdark's doing here, though. Sitting down, he can Stop Spell this Wolf Lord, making it pretty straightforward, getting 52 a pop, picking up 40 XP off these wolves on the back end as well. Getting them a little bit of experience after getting that early experience lead, all that exploration with those top 2 runners passing.
All right, JBRun picking up the same goods that SassageLink and Cyberdark have done, getting the Chainmail Large Shield and Broadsword. So it's a nice, good mid-game set, and we'll see what he decides to do after that, if he does rush back to the castle or if he continues to grind like our other runners mostly are doing.
So Guelph's up here just taking a Knight on the Overworld. Very nice, and one more hurt should take it down.
Yeah, and I think with 52 hit points, what we might have not been thinking about is the fact they have heal more. So if you're doing it right next to the king, it's not going to take very long before you eventually get it. The fact that JBRun is in here healing makes me think he's going to try for it. Let's see if I'm absolutely wrong, or no, I think we got it.
Yeah, definitely making that turn here. Going to the Knight first. Meanwhile, we got SassageLink going down Grave here. We got Guelph getting level 9, but I missed all the numbers. We'll see what his stats look like here in a moment.
JBRun swinging. I think he was maybe a little bit worried about his MP, but it's like what, 3 to 6, 3 to 7. He is not getting much out of this one. Decides to switch to heal instead of heal more, and is now switching to hurt as well. So we'll see if he's still got enough juice to take this out.
Yeah, kind of figuring out the right play here. Unfortunate for him, he's only at level 7, not 8, so he doesn't have that added HP benefit that the other runners have. But it's getting a good run of hurts from the Knight here. Let's see. But he's also... Oh, it has heal more on the back end.
So level 9, very important for taking out this Knight. Now Cyberdark doing his own effort here, but we'll see if that heal more procs for him, or if he just gets through it.
Yeah, we never saw it on Guelph, and it would have definitely been in heal more range. So, and swinging through.
You got to take a risk on this, I think. Sassage finally getting to see the Goldman, and Cyberdark is 1 hit away. He got it. No heal more sighted, and what do we got?
We got the Silver Heart, very nice. Meanwhile, SassageLink went to the Goldman. The Goldman let him know it had hurt more.
Oh, well, that's, again, good and bad. He has Stop Spell. He can take care of that. The Goldman does have a max Stop Spell resist of 6 out of 16, so more than likely you're going to be able to get this to work, and he does.
Yeah, very nice. So yeah, this Goldman has sleep, has hurt more as well. Effectively free at this point. Should be able to take it down in one more swing most likely, and does. We'll see what he gets.
And Erdrick's armor, what an absolutely key find to get. And only got it by a Goldman, so huge for Sassage, but it looks like Cyberdark might be getting it soon too. He doesn't know about the spells, but once he does, he's probably going to throw out that Stop Spell, and if he dies, he'll just come right back.
Yeah, he got slept, hurt more, lived with 1 HP left. Heal mores. Luckily doesn't get slept again, does get the Stop Spell off, and is out of resources. He needs this thing to start throwing its spells, but should be able to get it down regardless.
So, Sassage went downstairs and now has popped into Mountain? What was downstairs again?
Tablet. So he went through Tablet, popped out the normal downstairs we would take in Mountain Cave, found no chest at least up top, and is walking around now. Didn't check those stairs, but is opting to go check where the second chest is.
It makes sense. You should be, you know, at this part of the game, you still want to be really chest aware. Don't want to leave something. It does empty out into the Sharlock, the first basement floor. Or no, that's the path from the what you normally say Vanilla Sword goes to.
And guess what? Red dragons have sleep.
Wonderful. That's not going to be pleasant really at any point in this game.
Yeah, it's just absolutely insane how many enemies have some kind of ability. Cyberdark's seeing Stop Spell on this blue dragon, and it's using it fairly frequently. Might be a decent enemy just to kind of whittle down for 180.
You know, it's funny, right now all of our players are back in or underneath Tantagel and making progress, not just, you know, getting stuck in a boring town. And it looks like, okay, that was the stairway. No, actually, I think, if I looked at that right, Northwest Mountain and Southeast Mountain connect through one floor.
No, you're absolutely right. I made that same connection. That is, I love when stuff like that happens. So Tantagel and Mountain are a closed loop. Don't go into a mega dungeon, at least with Grave. He's going to opt to go ahead and go outside to see where this is at.
Lost his Radiant in the process, though. I think he's kind of kicking himself for that. But, you know, now he knows where it is, at least. Well, at least there's nothing immediately outside. It would be great if you just walked out and there was coal or something.
No, absolutely. We'll see if SassageLink can get through this this night up here. He's been struggling through it, getting a little low on resources, but does successfully take it down. We'll get his heart.
You know, while we're talking about all this too, JBRun did take out the Goldman, so got his armor too. Sassage just took out the Knight, so he's got some stuff, and now it's basically balls in Guelph's court to do the same thing everybody else has done.
Yeah, and as we're aware, once you're aware of the Goldman's abilities, a very straightforward, simple fight with well, with what everybody else has for gear. He is just rocking that club and close and small shield right now.
Cyberdark swinging on the blue dragon at level 9 with 72 attack power. This is great. I think he's fine if he dies, and if he doesn't, you know, that's fine too. But 180 experience for what would amount to be about 10 swings.
Yeah, I love it. That's what I said. 180, you're going to spend 45 to 60 seconds on this, but I mean, heck, it'd take about that long to get that much experience anyway on other enemies, so very nice. Gets it down. Meanwhile, Guelph gets his Goldman down, going to get his armor here.
Cyberdark taking a little peek. Yeah, I don't know. Blue Dragon, I'm not sure if you want to grind in Sharlock zones, but yeah, he just saw where he popped out. I think he knows now.
Yep, so he's got full knowledge of that mess now. Sassage is in here as well, going to pop down here, see where he's at, pop on that Radiant. We got Guelph heading downstairs. Everybody's in a cave somewhere.
And the key element of this, we've seen there are 5 total stairways in between Mountain, Grave, and Tablet that can lead anywhere, and we've cleared 4 of them. So all that's left is wherever Grave, the downstairs of Grave goes to. And if we don't see one of those split floor rooms, then that means we could be in for what we affectionately like to call the Mega Dungeon Sharlock.
Yes, and I'm really, really pulling for that hard. Meanwhile, in the bottom right, JBRun gets through the Stone Man spike tile here, is going to go back and check the Princess area. At minimum, check for the chest, maybe even attempt the Princess Rescue. Might be a little light on resources.
We're just gonna pick her up, you know, just be a ghost carrying Gwaelin, which we do know there's something wrong with the sprite for that one. And as you see, it looks like a hero, kind of the wrong color, but oh well, gold. She was hard in some gold.
Yeah, goes to look at that spell and realizes he doesn't have outside, realizes he's out of heal mores. Going to be really rough getting out of here if he's able to.
Concussed Gamer, if you were referring to the overworld search spot, or what you're talking about with Guelin, yeah, Guelin can be very useful in that case. With this being a small map instead of the normal size map, it's a little bit less likely that we see her rescued, but you never know, the map could decide to be pretty trolly or not.
All right, well, we're finding out about more abilities here. SassageLink taking on a Dragonlord. It had heal on the back end. Demon Knight on the top right for Guelph. It had sleep.
Cyberdark finding a blue dragon who has nothing, basically.
Yeah, a little more strength would make this magical, because stop spell, 75% stop spell clearly at this point. It's got hurts in there as well. Very, very free blue dragon. Ultimately, if you don't get hurt more until later, that lands on a spike. That would be a fantastic grind. Unfortunately,
this is one of the rare times where you want to fight the blue dragon and not the green dragon. He gets away from it, though. The Erdrick's armor is making this possible. He has had no resources for a while, and just skating on the HP refill every step he's taking, getting that 1 HP back.
No, absolutely. We got Guelph going through the Swamp Cave now. We've got SassageLink also coming across the same blue dragon zone. But not opting to take them on. Maybe not aware of their ability or just not wanting to dedicate the time to take them down.
He is trying to take on the Axe Knight, or maybe, I don't know. He threw out the stop spell and then ran. Maybe he was just trying to hedge his bets a little bit. Didn't want to get slept again. Oh, now the blue dragon's finally swinging a little bit. And meanwhile, JBRun has found Hawksness.
Exactly. We'll see what's on this spike here. Another Stone Man. So double Stone Man spike on the overworld.
So he took one out before without sleep. What did he do?
He swung, he heal moored, he swung, he heal moored, and just got through it. Ran out of resources in the process.
Well, this one is not cooperating in that sense at all. He is. This doesn't look good. I think he's done 0 damage to it, and he's halfway through.
Yeah, and got perfect bid, so must have got really lucky on lower attack rolls as well during that swamp battle. So maybe another couple levels, get a little more HP or strength in the tank would make that a little more viable. Or that sleep spell.
So our players have found North Swamp on the left side here. We've already seen that through on Guelph's side. Guelph finally is in Garenham, which is just east of that North Swamp, and finally getting through. I didn't see what was in the treasury if there was anything, but it looked like... Was that Jerk behind him?
Yes, that was Jerk. Additionally, level 10, just as a note, did come with Hurt more.
Oh, nice. So Cyberdark, should he actually get to the town, will get something to be able to possibly fight the Stoneman. I don't know. Hurt more is not really the strat you want to use, but you got enough MP, you might as well.
So, question in chat, what did you miss? Quick recap here. We had a low-strength start. Runner struggled to get out of the gate, but did get blessed with 2 torches in the throne room. Got hurt at level 4. We had free gold chests just around the corner with nearby towns of Rim, just northeast, so they got their key access. We had 2 treasure guards in Tantagel, 1 blocking the door in the treasury, which was a knight with hurt. They were able to get that down and found the silver heart below it. On the right side behind the barrier tiles was a sleep and hurt more gold man, which was also attainable once they had stop spell, which had the Erdrick's armor. So we got armor, we got harp. We don't know where the other key items are. We do have Hawksness here, but no one's been able to take down the Snowman yet. That's the main gist of it all.
And it looks like at this point, everybody is interested in what's going on over here. Guelph made it back to turn in the staff. I think did he die right outside of Garenham? I can't remember, but let's see. Yeah, it doesn't look like the chests inside of Garenham are particularly interesting. And yeah, so there we go. We have, we'll see if Sassage or if Cyberdark. I have a feeling Cyberdark might go back after Hawksness once he gets healed up here. I don't know if Sassage will. The situation is a little different with their respective levels.
Yeah, agreed. I mean, he definitely has a viable chance at taking it down with a little bit of hurt more luck, especially. But yeah, we'll see what he does here. HP still lagging a little bit after a couple okay level ups. We'll see if that starts to pick up also.
So Guelph is in Grave. I seem to think he's been here before. Maybe not, because if he went back to the left, he hadn't been. But I don't think we saw anything interesting on the first floor. We'll see if he decides to dive. Because again, that is the only stairway we haven't seen the end of. And that could be, it could be something interesting, or it could just show us that we have that mega dungeon.
Yeah, absolutely. Empty vanilla chest there. So, but yeah, in line with what else has happened, we did determine that Tablet and Mountain are connected via one small connector through Sharlock. There's nothing going on.
Yeah, the mountain entrances are connected to each other. Now this is the spiral room, right? So there is a chest here, if he's able to get to it. However, Star Wyvern is not the best enemy to deal with here. He does have Hurt More. It'd be a good thing to use, maybe.
Yeah, Star Wyvern has Hurt More too. We'll see if he gets it, but he does. He wins the Hurt More battle.
All right, while he's doing that, Sassage is taking on the Stone Man. Looks like he is... Oh, did he accidentally cast Hurt More? He did accidentally cast Hurt More and got sent home.
Yeah, that's rough. He had just leveled up to 10 and may have not remembered that head came at 10 for him.
And Guelph did make it to what is a dead end, which does mean that all the split floors are in Sharlock. However, he's found Mountain 2.
Yeah, if you're going to find a dead end, this is the dead end to find. Several chest options down here. We'll see if it pays off. We do have a chest over here. No encounter. We are looking for encounters because our key items, along with that Erdrick sword that remains, will be either in a search spot, under a treasure guard, or a spike guy, or otherwise it'll be under a treasure guard in one of these chests.
Yeah, you could almost, at this point, not even bother check the chests, because the only thing that you might find that you would want is the fairy flute, and I guess that's somewhat questionable anyway.
Yeah, I mean, in this flight set with speed hacks, fairy flute fairly helpful, especially if you do come across some golems. Get through that flute pretty quickly here. We have multiple people checking out Grave now, but Cyberdark says absolutely not, while SassageLink decides to take a look.
We do know that the entire top floor of Grave is just nothing particularly interesting. We'll see if Guelph is one chest left, so we might get the full check here, and then also find that Mountain is somewhat less than stimulating.
No, absolutely agreed. Does see an Axe Knight takes it down to 1. That's a nice Hurt More enemy, as long as it doesn't get off whatever the heck it has. I know it had something, I just don't remember what it was.
And Stone Man for JBRun, we'll see if he's able to take it out. He does get hit pretty hard right off the bat, throwing out the Hurt More, and then just immediately dies, so no.
We do have an encounter here on that last chest. Demon Knight pops in, throws out the stop spell to block its sleep. We'll see if he can get it down.
Oh man, it's pretty low on resources too, so this is got to feel pretty good. Just managing to get there, and picks up a level in the meantime.
Yeah, gets up to level 11. Cyberdark is now diving down here as well. We'll see if he's successful, and he is rewarded with the stones.
All right, Stones of Sunlight, great pickup, something you need. Now you don't have to come back here. You know all caves are off, so you're missing token, you're missing sword. I don't know what towns we still haven't found any of the overworld search spots. We haven't confirmed any of them yet. So if I'm Guelph, I might be laser focused on, where's Cantland, where's Cole, where, can I take out Hawksness?
No, absolutely agree. Guelph finally going to upgrade from this club, picking up the hand axe. Otherwise, he has a lot of good knowledge here. And I would absolutely agree. I would be focused on finding those overworld locations and figuring out what's what.
Yeah, on top of this, there's still also the chest that can be in those towns as well. I know I've only seen one cursed belt that I can remember, so there's something on one of them, but that it's usually more of an eliminator than an indicator.
Yeah, very, very fair. Meanwhile, we've had Cyberdark kind of pause down here for a moment. We'll see what's going on with that. Everybody else kind of exploring and killing some stuff. There we go. He's back.
And Guelph finding Caitlin, so he's got a little bit of shopping to do. He's got some money here, and yeah, broadsword might have been exactly what he was looking for. Maybe a large shield, because I don't think he has one of those yet. Doing some mental math here, trying to decide what he wants to do, but we might get our coordinates checked for the first time here in just a little bit.
Absolutely. No chest in the top left in there, but meanwhile, 12 came with Sleep for Cyberdark, so makes that Stone Man a lot more viable in Hawks, and we'll see if we get a check on that here in a bit. He knows that it is a Stone Man.
And here we go. The old man locked up behind damage tiles because he's guarding the dangerous secret that 53 spots north and 13 spots west of Tantagel is... What do you think it's going to be?
Well, I mean, at this point, you know, we have slightly skewed odds towards it being the harp, but we have the sword and the flute out there. I mean, we started out a little slow, but we've been pretty nice to these runners overall. Let's give them a flute.
All right, and Guelph having the wherewithal to check his keys before he decided to go after that last chest and found that he would be out of keys if he didn't. So that pretty much guarantees that in that chest is going to be a key, right?
It's the dream. It's either keys or a double. You know, we just moved the double locked wings from Rim to Caitlin. You know, that's always a nice backup.
Cyberdark getting to that last chest with the stones, but gets put to sleep by the Demon Knight. Does wake up, puts out the stop spell. Probably fine now.
Yeah, it takes it out with ease. It has hurt as well, so not really swinging too often. Gets his stone, so in decent position himself at this point. And there we go. We got the double door locked wings for Guelph up there. Magnificent.
Yeah, well, you know, that merchant looks like somebody who would sell tools. So the fact that he had wings kind of makes sense, right?
Yes, Lemoo's heart broke a little bit as Guelph walks by. Doesn't check out the radishes at all that vendor's left hanging.
And Guelph is leaving, going back, I think, the way he came. So I wonder if, I don't know, we still haven't seen Cole, right? Was that a dead end, or did I just not notice it?
I did not confirm the topography around there at all. I have no clue if he saw the edges or not. But yeah, you are correct that he is going back the other direction for sure. And it's kind of strange. Still, so far, you see him running from Blue Dragons. We've seen everybody else. Cyberdark, the only one of our runners that has really taken advantage of the heavy stop spell. And that's honestly the big difference in the experience right now.
And Cyberdark's been taking a lot more aggressive fights than the other players too, and that kind of shows with his experience, just being you know, a good 1,000, 1,400 experience ahead of the rest.
And right on cue, because I said it, JBRun was listening, swinging through this Blue Dragon, does find out about 180, and then immediately starts walking back and forth. He's got some hurt moreable enemies here if he wants to do it. Oh no, he decides to go stop spell instead.
It's possible he may be, you know, losing track of the hurt more a little bit. It can be a thing sometimes when it comes late in a seed. You know. Meanwhile, Cyberdark has found Caitlin, and SassageLink is in Hawksness. Probably gonna take another attempt at that Stone Man.
Evidently, we saw a golem with hurt more, so yet another enemy that has some kind of ability. It's just insane the amount of enemies that have an ability of some nature in this seed so far.
And SassageLink is, you know, doesn't know it, but he's 350 experience away from getting sleep and possibly making this fight trivial.
Yeah, the Spectre's trying to remind him that sleep is pretty important as he got slept by him there. But yeah, we'll see how this goes for him. You never know. It's about a coin flip to get this hurt more to land. And opts to swing instead. Yeah,
with Heal More, I don't know, hit point 61, it can hit you for over half. This might be the safer version of this. Especially when you crit, because, you know, just crit, that always works. And we get to see Hawksness as nothing.
Well, you got to kind of like the nothing there for sure. I love that. I think that furthers my hope that the flute is on the chords. We'll get one of the items in Cole maybe, and then we'll see who opts to dive. Sherlock looking for the sword. I think that's where we're at this point.
And that is an interesting scenario because you have a mega dungeon Sherlock, which we've all but confirmed. Although you never know, there could be one stairway that takes you straight down. And if the sword is somewhere in there, how long do you search for the sword, or do you try to, you know, make yourself capable of winning before you even touch it, and then just run?
Yeah, agreed. And I haven't really paid too much attention to other shops, and I'm not sure how many shops have been viewed, but I don't know if there's like a flame sword available that they might be able to top off and maybe grind an extra level, getting enough strength to couple with a flame sword versus worrying about that Erdrick sword might save them a lot of time in the long run.
Yeah, honestly, I think the only gold grind we're going to see this seed, if we see one, would be inside of Sherlock itself, because I'm pretty sure there was no gold in Tantagel. Oh, you know, you could just go in and out of Stone's Cave, I suppose.
Yeah, it's like if you get into a situation like we see with Cyberdark, he's already at the 4,000 gold mark. It really wouldn't take too long if you feel that would be a viable option. Obviously, TBD on that.
And I'm pretty sure that Cyberdark has Cole on his screen. I think it's the only time we haven't seen, and this area looks completely foreign to me.
Yeah, his screen's been messing with me anyway with the different tile set, so some of the stuff is a little confusing. But we are getting level 13 from him here first. 3 power, 1 agility, 1 hit point, 7 magic. Yeah, nothing to write home about, honestly, but we have Cole.
All right, and we'll see. I think he's not healing first. He's just going directly at the spot and has a Demon Knight. He knows what to do with those guys, except it didn't work. But he has hurt, so he's got a little bit of a buffer here.
Nice. Gets it to land the second time, and it didn't try to sleep him in the interim, so completely free fight for him here. And yeah, we'll either have the token or the sword in a moment.
And it is the token, which means the overworld search spot is sword or flute, 50-50.
Yeah, and with chords in hand, I believe he has as well. That would be the next spot I think you have to go and check.
So there is a potential, you know, snag in the plan when it comes to how to determine whether you dive Sherlock or not. And that is, our grinds are both stonemen, correct?
That is absolutely correct.
That is not a pleasant grind. You might just want to take your chances with whatever's in Sherlock rather than dealing with 155 for like 4 swings or whatever it is.
Yeah, that desert outside of Sherlock actually wasn't bad. That's where the blue dragon was, but it has some other hurt-morable enemies. So yeah, question in chat, any chests left? No, we have checked every chest between all the runners, and I think Cyberdark's actually already checked them all himself.
Yeah, the only thing I'm not 100% sure of was Breckenary, but that's because I tend to fall asleep when you walk into Breckenary.
No, Breck was a bust, no chest in Breck.
And Cyberdark can't continue the walk the way he was going. It looks like he's going to try to go around the opposite direction. He is definitely counting, though. I don't think... Well, Guelph is actually, he's searching right now, so he must have counted. Finds a werewolf, that could be a treasure guard, so we might see the spot here in just a moment.
Yeah, if it does ultimately turn out to be the sword, fret not chat. We still have Mega Sherlock Dungeon, which would, oh good, found the nothing, so not confirmed yet, let's see.
Yes, not a treasure guard, just an annoying enemy.
Well, now we have another one that's on the table here. I guess maybe Guelph didn't know about the sleep yet from the Demon Knight, although he should have. Or maybe he got lucky on the first one.
Maybe he was just trying to one-shot it. He's not quite there to do that reasonably, but pretty close, and he might just have kind of forgotten where strength was.
Oh, he gets it down. Gets it landed with stop spell, rather gets it down now. And let's see a search. We have the nothing again.
But he has seen Cole, so I think he's going to pop in there. He hadn't been there before. Meanwhile, Cyberdark is making that walk up. Nobody's bothered with the princess. This count is not terrible, but it is. You have to go back and forth on your X coordinate quite a bit, and that can be really annoying, especially when it overlaps with the 0 number. Really easy to make mistakes on the count.
Yeah, especially with this being so spaced out. He's got another marker there. He's going to try and figure out how to get over to that western area right now. That 53 north, 13 west, just not as straightforward as at least initially it seemed it could be.
Cyberdark decided to put the count across the river, really kind of walking out here in some interesting areas that we haven't seen a whole lot of before. So we'll see if he's able to pick it up and find it. But where he is, actually is pretty close to where Guelph was, so he's near Cole now. I figured it out.
I like that play. He knows he's somewhere around where he needed to be. Killed a werewolf that can be a treasure guard, so he opts to go ahead and search the spot. Maybe hoping that's what it was. But he's finishing this count out here now. We'll see where he ultimately lands.
That is a red dragon. That is not a treasure guard. That is just bad news.
Yeah, well, I mean, I hope he's got that that landmark from where it was across the river. Shouldn't take too long to get back up there. Has full knowledge of that sleep. Maybe try a stop spell next time.
Meanwhile, JBRun has rescued the princess, is outsiding, probably returning, and we'll have this when he goes through the coordinates, but I don't think he's found them yet. Has he found Cantlin?
That's a great question. I'm not 100% if he has or not at this point. I think it's been noted a few times. Keeping up with 4 people, really difficult to remember what they've all done.
I am disappointed. No, I'm just kidding.
Now that's chat's job. They're the hive mind in chat. Their job's to remember everything and remind us.
I do have to appreciate JBRun's name, Moot. Like, he knows this race is kind of a moot point for him. But it's funny to see the NPCs call him Moot.
So we're getting towards the later half of this race for sure. We've got 2 of our runners with all 3 of the key items necessary to make the rainbow. We've seen the jerk earlier. No clue if any of them have seen it. I know I've seen it on screen though. We have an outstanding sword on coordinates. Cyberdark back in this area trying to figure some things out. Just kind of walking back and forth. Keeps finding red dragons though.
Well, I got away. We do have the easy Sherlock flag on, which makes that red dragons, armored knights, and stonemen easier to run from than normal. Not necessarily easy, but easier. Cyberdark finds a green dragon but runs away, so it is not a treasure guard. He is trying to find a treasure guard. What we collectively might have realized by now is that this is probably the flute, because the amount of random steps these players have taken over here and not found an enemy to fight them, it just seems likely now.
Yeah, agreed. I mean, the zone is littered with potential treasure guards, but yeah, he's had no luck searching. And just as we saw with Guelph before him, they both searched all over that same area and still came up short. So now we got Guelph up there doing the same thing again, just combing the desert, combing the forest, combing the plains. We'll see if he can find what has to be the flute at this point.
Yeah, you're really gritting your teeth now because you're just like, it would have been the sword unless I accidentally killed something I didn't realize, and I'm just searching, it's going to be the flute, and I'm going to hate myself, and, like all the things that are popping into your head as you're doing this.
No, absolutely. So we got them 2 over there, Cyberdark and Guelph. We have SassageLink about to join them. He is pitter-pattering his way north right now. We did get JBRun through Hawks as well, who has found out the bad news about the nothing below that stone man, and we'll see what his next move will be as well.
I get the feeling that Cyberdark has decided he's just going to walk back and forth, and if he doesn't find an enemy, he's just going to leave and not even worry if it's the flute.
Yeah, the one thing that you do risk, especially having seen so many treasure guard type enemies, is that you might have killed the treasure guard and then ultimately it was the sword and you didn't realize it.
So we'll see. If JBRun is able to get to Caitlyn, he is the one that has rescued the princess. Everybody else is counting. We see SassageLink counting too right now, which is, it's a tricky count because there's a river in the middle of where you have to go. And Tantagel itself requires you to go east before going west. It's just, anytime you have to go back and forth across that Z coordinate really sucks. And I had the idea once of just starting yourself off, like whichever direction you know you don't need to go, just add like 10 in that direction. So now I have to go 23 east and I start at 10 west so I don't cross that 0.
I just count by twos and hope I figure it out. That's way too much math for me to figure out during a race for sure. But I see Guelph started recounting, I believe here. Yeah, he is re-pitter-pattering as well. So he's recounting. Oh my goodness. Really these runners really devoting a lot of time to this manual. JBRun's going to save so much time once it does come time to find out the disappointment, or what appears to be disappointment.
Odds that anybody, when they find out that it is almost certainly going to be the flute, that they actually just throw it down the ground.
I kind of hope so, but meanwhile, when you have JBRun into Caitlyn here, he will find out those coordinates here in a moment. We'll see if he remembers to check the Southwest shop as well. Ultimately, we know that's a nothing burger, but it is a chest that does frequently get overlooked.
Chat pointing out, Cyberdark did hit level 14, and the big stat gain was 32 agility. Now, Cyberdark isn't an agility build, so it's a little bit higher than what we'll see on the other players, but that's good running stats, you know, theoretically, if agility actually, if everything works the way you think it's supposed to.
Yeah, strength coming along pretty decently right now at 78. That HP still a very large legging stat though. 63 HP, not even close to cutting it yet.
Sassage taken out by the red dragon. Unfortunate. Did Cyberdark get something? He seems to have changed his mind a little bit. Nope, he's still accounting, isn't he?
Oh, it looked like it, and throws the wings. Definitely not counting right now. Maybe ultimately giving up and going princess route or something of that nature. We have Guelph still counting here. Wow, this is these are some brutal chords.
There's always some. Oh, there we see on Guelph's side, he has found the fairy flute in the middle of the area he has searched about 10 times.
That is absolutely amazing. Between Cyberdark and Guelph, they had to search every tile around that about 3 times each at minimum. To just loop around it is hilarious.
Yes, we laugh, but it's the share and the despair. And yeah, so he's got the flute now. Does Cyberdark knows everything? No, he doesn't know about the chest next to the princess. I think only JBRun has done that. So he's going to check it, and then probably maybe thinking about Sherlock. I don't know. There's honestly, I think chat pointed out the that desert area was actually a fairly decent grind, although kind of dangerous. That might be a place to go back to. If he knows a place where there's some blue dragons, we might see that, but. Ooh, we took a risky swing on the Stone Man and it did not pay off.
Yeah, he went in with 8 MP, and I think his hope was to get enough hits down to be able to get through with just the 1 heal more and be able to check that. So he's freshly topped off here, throwing up a repel here in a moment and should be able to get back there and take it down, no problem.
Yeah, I think he really wanted that outside so he could just not have to deal with him on the way out. But, well, whatever. Doesn't matter. He's going to go right back. It's a little bit of time lost, but nothing super major.
Yeah, so this is starting to get really spicy right now. We have JBRun picking up his token. He's still got to get that stones down in Mountain Chest 5. not too far. Just got to dive grave. He'll be able to get that pretty quickly once he completes the rest of his pieces here. I feel with the coordinates though, and already Galen in hand, he might go ahead and check for that. And there, we get a check immediately.
Yeah, this is likely to be the most efficient dive. We see Sassage is on the spot. He sees a Demon Knight. It is not actually a treasure guard, but maybe he'll search because he found one and it'll work out.
All right, Sassage so far the fastest of our runners without the coordinate, the GPS to get it. Maybe through just dumb luck, or maybe he did count it out. Meanwhile, JBRun should have no problem once he gets through this Blue Dragon, getting up there and getting his flute as well.
So I could see a scenario where, well, wait, has Cyberdark taken out Hawksness yet? I'm trying to remember everyone who has. He's talking to the princess. Is he going to? I don't think. Well, no, he might turn her in. He still hasn't found the flute. He's been walking back and forth and not finding it. This might have been the play all along.
Yeah, I had a feeling he was wanting to do this at this point. Like I said, he took out a lot of those enemies up there. He could have easily forgot to search, not realizing it was a possibility for that spot to be where his sword is. I think hedging the bet here is not a bad idea.
And he's still searching for something. There's something he has not found, and we're not really sure what it is, I think, on our end. Is it maybe the Jerk Cave? No, he said that's underneath Garenham, right?
Yeah, that was definitely behind Garenham, so Sassage goes down the stairs in the northwest mountain, starts to walk in, and is like, wait a minute, I've seen this before.
Yeah, that stairway in mountain almost makes logical sense. Like, it doesn't quite, like, maybe if you straightened it out a little bit.
So for anybody that came in late, what we're talking about there is Tablet Cave led to the normal stairs that you go down in Mountain Cave. But the other two stairs in Mountain, the top left and the bottom right, are connected via that one little pathway that you normally take to go to the judges table in Sherlock. So that's a big, tiny closed loop there. Meanwhile, Grave goes down to Mountain 2 and is a pretty quick dead end as well. So we know we have a giant mega Sherlock dungeon coming for these runners once they do have the ability to get in Sherlock.
Yeah, and Mountain did pop out, and it looked like it could have been a second continent, but we actually just have one continent to seed, so it was the same continent, but it was quite a ways away, and eventually walked around from it to get to North Swamp, which was, well, I don't know, is it one continent for sure? I think it is.
I'll be honest, I've been trying to figure that out this whole time, and I'm not really sure at all.
It might not be. We just saw Cyberdark walk through, I think that was walking through Swamp to Garenham, where he did get the rainbow drop and is continuing to walk around with the princess. At this point, I'm really not sure what he's looking for, because unless he hasn't seen Sherlock.
No, he was grinding in this desert on the Blue Dragons, because this is where he was doing that earlier. It was in that desert right there. He's just going to take her on in. What the hey?
All right, first dive into Sherlock, which we know has the mega dungeon because we haven't seen any split floors anywhere else. So it has to be here somewhere. But he might not even see it. He could just one-shot straight to the basement. And, he chooses to turn the princess in, just kind of faking us out there. Yeah,
well, he's got the rainbow down. I guess he wanted that nice icon on our tracker here, so appreciate him for that. So, yep, getting that princess turned in. He'll go get the disappointing flute momentarily, and then we'll see what he opts to do. I mean, at this point, we're really low on HP. I'm not a big fan of maybe diving Sherlock at this point, especially with those sleepy red dragons running around. Even with the easy Sherlock flag on, not very safe at all.
No, not at all. And yeah, it's just the hit points are a little bit lagging. This is something that might affect Cyberdark a little bit more than the others because he does not have a hit point build. At this point, it's not too big of a deal, but it could possibly put in kind of a weird go level when that happens. But we can all look forward to Cyberdark getting to that flute and just his expected enjoyment from that.
His expected enjoyment's a fantastic way of putting that. Yeah, exactly. So meanwhile, we got JBRun doing some chords checks, but figuring out he needs to go down here. He is just there, or needs to go back up 3 spots. Sassage is diving grave, which we know he needs to do to get his stones, so he should be in line with our Cyberdark and Guelph runners with all the information needed at this point.
Yes, Mountain 2 is in fact a couple of stairways away from Sassage's. Grave 1 ends into Mountain 2. They just have this one spiral room in the way.
Yep, Mountain 2 coming up here momentarily for Sassage. We'll be able to check a few stairs here as we find out the Green Dragon also has Heal More, because why not? And then he needs to get that last chest in there, and that's where our stones will be beneath that Sleep Hurt Demon Knight.
And I'm sure at this point, Cyberdark is just like, I looked to this. I swear I checked this spot. And doesn't even have an item for which he could throw that flute on the ground. So, the double insult.
Yeah, it's a shame. You got to hedge your bets when you know that there's a 50-50 flute coming in. You got to go buy all of the wings, get your inventory filled with dragon scales, whatever it takes.
Yeah, nothing you can really do at this point, unfortunately, except dive or not. But he might. I have a feeling he's at least going to hit 15 before he decides to make that decision because, hope for a few hit points. Otherwise, I don't know. Stoneman sucks. Maybe he'll find the blue dragon in the overworld. Maybe it just doesn't seem like there's a really solid good option at this point.
Well, we might not like the Stone Man, but Guelph loves it. He's getting ready to take down his last domain here with running out of MP, running out of HP, and if he is successful, we'll get level 15 off of this.
Yeah, I can't complain about that. Picks up the level, took the experience lead we don't have it for more than a second, and 35 hit points. Yes, level 15 is definitely a level now where you would consider going into Sharlock.
Absolutely. He's going to go back into that Stone Man, get the Death Warp here. Yeah, we'll see if he opts to do it. He's already gotten his Rainbow. He has full knowledge of everything, knows he's going to have to do that at some point. Strength's still lagging slightly, but yeah, a dive and grind situation while trying to find the path to the basement and hoping Sword is just in one of those easy checks along the way. All right, so yeah, Guelph immediately gets topped off by Tantagel. Hits that repel. We'll see if he opts to start heading towards Sharlock. Does look like he is making that direction. SassageLink is successful in taking down his Demon Knight. Picks up his stones. Will be just shortly before he could get his Rainbow. And we'll see if he opts to do a grind somewhere. Opts to start diving. Cyberdark thinking about the rim shot, but opts to go ahead and just top off first. Here we go. We got JBRun down in Mountain 2 as well. So he'll be the last of our runners to that stones, but they'll all have the exact same knowledge at this point, and it's all going to come down to who wants to grind what, who's going to find the path down. RNG and pathing in Sharlock's going to be giant. All right, we got a couple dueling blue dragons across the top here. Guelph just outside of Sharlock, so he's going to be our first runner to officially give us a look here in a moment. As Cyberdark tops off the keys here, we'll see if that's where he ultimately starts heading also. JBRun's still trying to get through this cave, but will, as long as he doesn't get sleep locked by the Demon Knight, get rewarded with some stones here in a moment as he's heading towards Grave 5. And Sassage is in Swamp. We'll see if he's going for the grind, maybe checking that chest if he hasn't done so already. Yeah, always need keys in the Super Sharlock dive. Absolutely. Sharlock at minimum, or Sharlock regardless, will have five keys possible. 2 on the top floor, and then 3 on the bottom floor as well that you might have to utilize. But Guelph goes in, goes left, immediately puts himself as a not favorite on this dive, as we know going right is the play. Yeah, we can't play the pyramid per se today, but we have 8 million chest options available. So yeah, get your favorite selection out there in chat. Figure out where you want to have this silly sword hiding for these runners. I want anything but bottom floor. Anything but bottom floor. Maybe like a 12 stairway pathway that leads ultimately to a vanilla judges. So Cyberdark heading into Sherlock here, makes the correct play, immediately puts himself back into the commentator's lead at least, because that's the smart play. But it's crazy. He's only a few hundred behind here. It's going to be completely down to RNG on who finds the sword and the path down to the basement, which may both be one and the same. So he cast up Radiant. He's in the pathway and Grave for Cyberdark here. Guelph just taking on everything. Hasn't even made it halfway around to a stair set yet, but is finding some decent enough enemies here with that flute. Going to go ahead and put it to use. Sassage still at level 15, but still grinding. He is sticking to these stonemen. While we have JBRun wrapping up some homework here. We'll see if he joins the runners and what he opts to go. That is... that is absolutely amazing. You can't more right order that. And reaffirming right is right. Now, will he find a sword down here is the question. Dang, that is a loaded treasury. All 6 chests there, just kind of reordered a little. All right, well, Guelph has to hope this, I mean, we know it doesn't dead end fast, unfortunately. Guelph could be into a series of nightmares as he immediately finds Grave 2. He's got to really hope the sword is in an alternate chest location. As we get a cursed belt, Cyberdark realizing that he's going to get an encounter, immediately just walks over the rest of those chests. There's literally nothing he could absolutely want out of these chests. So he walks across the 3 in the column, and no encounter, at least in the treasury, is going to go ahead and take the chest, but does not have the sword here at least.
So that is amazing. Cyberdark just immediately goes down to the basement floor. Is that what we saw?
Yeah, going right, it was 1 or 2 pathways in, and then boom, let there be light. Now, the good or bad news, depending on which side of the fence you're on, 6 chests in the treasury here, no sword. He's got 2 chest locations left. Top left behind this door coming up here, which we won't be able to see until he walks around or opens the door, and the beach chest behind the spike.
I think the beach is basically the dream at this point, right?
Absolutely, and as we saw, Guelph went left, but comes up on the right. So he is in the same vicinity. We'll see if he can figure out which stair set to take here in a moment and find this basement also. Cyberdark gets slept by a red dragon, wakes up with 24 HP, tries to throw the stop spell, does not land, gets physical and sent packing, but does know the path back downstairs.
So he knows the path there, but not necessarily that the sword is there. That's the big mystery.
Exactly. So he'll have to backtrack just to be able to check those last 2 chest location potentials. Meanwhile, Guelph takes down another golem, going to get level 16. We're looking for some strength for sure, but we'll see what we get. We got 10 strength, 2 agility, 1 hit point, 3 more MP.
That's not really looking like go level, is it?
It's feeling better, but yeah, I agree. I don't think we're there yet. Also, as Guelph also finds the basement and is going to find some disappointment. Meanwhile, JBRun right behind Guelph there is going to go right as well. We'll see if he orders the locations appropriately here as Cyberdark is heading back, and SassageLink is going to at least go level 16 on these stonemen before trying.
Yeah, it makes sense to just try to get that extra level before you dive again, even if it is a stone man. You know, it's still 155 experience, and it doesn't seem to really do anything dangerous.
So Guelph opting to stop and check, may not realize that all he's looking for is an enemy that's going to He finds Dragon Skill actually hadn't had one yet, so +2 to his defense, very nice. But he's gonna get Disappointment here, getting a little low on those resources at this point as well. But does have a decent experience lead with his Sharlock dive grind. And holy cow, JBRun immediately goes down the correct step as well. Although if you go right, that's going to be pretty much the first stairway you try. He's also going to find his Disappointment here in the Sharlock Treasury. As Cyberdark gets back inside, we'll see if Guelph's a little luckier going north here. We do know there's Armor Knights and Red Dragons both on this floor.
Yeah, as much as this is a dive for the sword, this also might be a dive to see what's on that spike, to see if you get a little bit better enemy. Red Dragon, not so good, though. Throws out the sleep, and I don't know. We'll see if Guelph's able to get away. He does get it, and no, fails again.
Yeah, and I haven't seen much in the way of people try and stop spell. I know we were 0 for 1 for Cyberdark there. They max out, I believe, at 9 out of 16 resist. So is able to get away finally before taking a death and continues his pathway around.
And in the beach finds he's not able to go anywhere without enemies. This is something like what, 4 or 5 encounters in about 8 steps. Just the wonderful RNG having some fun right now.
Absolutely, this is amazing. Here we go. He's gonna be able to see if there's a chest here in a moment. There is a chest. Let's see if it's our sword.
Oh man, if it isn't the sort of adventure our players are gonna have to go to get that. He gets the heal more off, still dealing with this Red Dragon, unable to run. So 41 hit points. Oh, there he goes. He gets away. Is he going to throw out that last heal more? Nope, he's going to risk it. Hope he just doesn't see them. Green Dragon gets away. And final thing is not the sword.
No, he gets rewarded with a extremely useless torch. Meanwhile, on our bottom left, Cyberdark opts to not go back to the basement. Knowing there was only 2 possible chest locations left, maybe checking out these other locations, has found the inner part of basement 1 of Sharlock. No chest on the top right. Can be a chest in the bottom left, but there's also 5 sets of stairs here that could lead to a lot more mayhem.
Yeah, 3 chest checks, not a bad room to see in that aspect, but the fact that you have to deal with all these floors, I don't know at this point. This does have a potential chest, and it does not, but it does have an Armor Knight where one would be.
Yeah, that floor, usually the never-ending floor in the vanilla cave, or the vanilla game, we have opted to throw in a dead end there and put a possible chest in this alternate flag set. Does find the path down to grade 5 with a chest.
This could be it. Of course, any chest that's left could be it. And again, the rule about 8 chests in one zone gets violated pretty easily here in Sharlock due to various reasons that I don't completely understand. But let's see what we got. Potential treasure guard. And he's got it.
Yeah, that is awesome. He plays against going right back to where he knew at least 2 more checks could possibly exist. Whether they were there or not, is rewarded with the sword on fairly quick searching, honestly. He was not in there very long, so now he's just got to get into this grind. He did hit that level 16 with the +10. Does fall a little short on the HP compared to a Guelph. He's 8 in the hole right now, but we know we need at least 17 at this point.
Yeah, I think if you ignore hit points, I don't think the magic really works out well with the attack power, so another level makes sense here, I think, regardless.
Yeah, so Guelph, hitting up a blue dragon here in the overworld, doesn't have the sword yet. We'll see where he opts to do or how he opts to handle it. Has a lot of MP, is heading back that way. Wasn't sure if he was going to go ahead and try and grind or not. So we'll see if he can get lucky on his dive like Cyberdark did. All right. Oh, no, I was going to say, Sassage got level 16 on these Stonemen, is out of MP at this point, and was kind of walking around there. I didn't know what he was going to go for, is just kind of swinging away through here, maybe looking for a Death Warp.
Yeah, he might have just taken a couple of steps because he thought he could get another kill in before he died, which he did. So, you know, a little bit heal walk. But now we'll see if Cyberdark is able. Is he going into dive, or he's not going to Hawksness? Is he going into Swamp? Because they're both right there.
Yeah, it's going to be a weird play. I mean, you have repeatable kills on a Stone Man. The Stone Man, not the greatest in the world, but it's relatively free. You have this extremely free Blue Dragon in multiple zones, but just keeps on keeping on here.
Yeah, I think the interesting aspect of this would be that you're probably more likely to get an extra heal more or two than to get a whole lot of leeway with the strength. But I don't know. I guess also you tend, like, 2 points of strength matters a whole lot more than even 8 points of MP.
Well, Guelph found the Tablet 2 cave, even with the Radion, didn't pay attention that there was no chest at the end, walks all the way around, says, I'm done with this one, I'm going to hit outside rather than walk all the way back.
It's true, this desert hasn't been terrible. Now, the Green Dragon having heal more isn't great, but he's not using any resources, so yeah, we see him going in now. This, I think he's going to just try to, I don't know, did he see what was on the grind tile? Did anyone actually peek at that?
I don't believe so at this point. We do have JBRun getting the disappointing torch at the end here. Does try a stop spell. That dragon is definitely resistant. So might be maxed out at that 9 out of 16 here. Would be good information to have, to be quite honest.
I don't know. We have seen AK-47s down here, so I'm not sure if that's what it was or not. Cyberdark taking on the stop spell Golem. This could be a very tasty fight. Oh no, it does hurt more. That's a little less interesting.
Now, Golem's still, I mean, hurt more's not too bad at all, especially with the Golem. We've been seeing Guelph taking on several of them. In fact, he's getting ready to get level 17 on this one here. I've been trying to pay attention to his pathways, but he is in all kinds of different floors that we haven't seen yet.
Yeah, we do see it's an AK-47, so that's a pretty good fight for JBRun. It's a little bit more interesting than the Stoneman, but it's not something you can grind easily and not lose resources on. So, I don't know. Again, Cyberdark might just be trying this the way it is. This seems a little like he's 2 heal more short on range right now, but he is swinging on things. If he does pick up a level and gets, I would say again, 2 to 4 strength, he's fine.
Yeah, well, we already saw level 17 on Guelph's side, so he's gonna need a little bit of help. He'll get his HP here. For Guelph, it was 1-0, 11-0. But yeah, strength MIA.
It's winnable, but it is not pleasant. That is, I would say you're -1. You need to get an opening or a closing double to, or triple, excuse me. No, I meant double to get this.
Well, yeah, agreed. And a lot of help. Oh man, Guelph is just in the rabbit hole right now. I don't know the path. I don't know the exact stair path. I missed it that Cyberdark took to get to the inner part of Basement 1, but Guelph is definitely not in it, at least not yet. He is in that long reverse pathway of the outer part of Basement 1 that we would take normally.
Yeah, we do know, I believe it is the that Sharlock 2 room, and it was the center stairway, the way that we went down. That Cyberdark did to get to that sword, but we don't know how he got there exactly, and I don't think he saw the Sharlock zone at all, so.
No, agreed. Let's see here. Nope, not yet. Meanwhile, Cyberdark started taking on this Armor Knight, threw out a hurt more. Armor Knight has heal more as well.
He's using the herbs. He's got 9. He's gonna try this. This seems really, really aggressive. I wonder. I mean, if it can easily pay off for him if he gets it, but I guess I don't know. We see level 17. I don't think that's gonna bridge this gap.
Yeah, and I think that's what he's trying to hope is that level 17 comes with enough strength to make a 9 heal more battle viable. He's going to find out real quick that level 9 kind of stunk. Level 17, rather. I don't know where 9 came from.
Well, he might just decide to touch up on that AK-47 anyway. And I think he's kind of at the point now where now it's really not likely. And yeah, he's got 2 red enemies he's trying to run from here, which again, easy Sharlock. It is a little easier than normal, but it's not a lot easier than normal.
Yeah, agreed. Yeah, there he goes. He starts throwing out the hurt mores, realizes that it's a lost cause, at least on this dive. Going to get the level here, probably with around 10 HP, so he's 1-0, 10-0. Meanwhile, Guelph is in the right floor, does have to get to that center-ish set of stairs to the right.
So he outsides out, doesn't want to deal with the AK-47. I wonder, is he going to get that Stone Man, or is he going to replenish and just go right back in? The fact that he's swinging this blue dragon probably means he's going for another level.
Yeah, I would have to say that's almost a certainty at this point, man. It is just so tight. Is Guelph? He takes the right path instead of the left. That stair we see on the top left of his screen is the stair he needs to go to. Hopefully this top right is a short dead end for him, and he comes back to this one soon.
Right. I can't remember exactly what that was, but there was a reason that Cyberdark ended up going the way that he did. It wasn't by happenstance. It was because there really wasn't anything else going on the right side. So I wouldn't be surprised if he gets funneled back that way pretty quickly.
And we did see this. I remember seeing this on Cyberdark's screen, the square dead end. So yeah, he's out of there, and that would be the next logical set of stairs to go, I believe, at this point. So we should hopefully see him with it. Meanwhile, we have JBRun in Grave 2 right now, looking for the ultimate place to find his sword with knowledge that the basement is nothing. SassageLink in the Sharlock. We'll see how successful his endeavor is here as well.
Yeah, with what Cyberdark is doing, this is making me think he's just going back in and going to just maybe approach it a little differently. But I don't know. I don't think you were necessarily going to get 18 on Stoneman or whatever on the way there, but didn't do it. And I was wrong about the stairway. It was the bottom right corner one in Sharlock 2, not the top one.
Gotcha. Yeah, I was like, I recognize this one as well, though. So yeah, Cyberdark did this exact same ordering earlier. Funny enough. But now he has the bottom right left on this side, but is running low on resources and throwing out hurt mores here. We'll see how he does.
Yeah, 51 hit points, 1 MP. Guelph is just hoping to get there. He does have a treasure guard to beat, and it is a werewolf, which is, I think it has hurt, so maybe it's not the worst one. But yeah, this is still up in the air. This is not the. This is one of those things that could change the entire course of the race if it does not work out for him.
Yeah, hopefully, at worst case scenario for him, that would be beneficial, is at least knowing there's a chest there. He is going to get there. He is just shy of level 18 too, so he could parlay this right into a level here in a moment, and finds out about the werewolf.
Yeah, he'll be just a couple of experience short. We didn't know there were Axe Knights in here too, so did not get one of those. Gets the werewolf, takes it down, and will get his sword, and will be ready to go here in just a little bit.
Yeah, absolutely. Meanwhile, we got and gets a Demon Knight right away. Gets the level. So here we go. What are we getting for this level? We're getting 2 more power, 1 agility, 1 hit point, 10 MP.
I think that's enough. It's tight, but it's 1 more heal more, and it's 1 more swing, or 1 less swing necessary. So I think he's going to be in good shape. It's just all up to see if Cyberdark can get through it first or not.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and it actually ended up being 2 more heal more since we were at 86, so that's really beautiful.
Yeah, the way that this Sharlock has been, I would have trouble wagering getting through it without losing a heal more, just because of what we see Cyberdark dealing with right now, which is a sleepy red dragon that's 3 rounds that he gets up and gets away. Well, at least he got that.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, in that bottom zone, the easy Sherlock flag not really working well for him today. I've seen it work pretty decent. Oh, he's just throwing out hurt mores. Maybe he's just gonna grind on his Axe Knight or Armor Knight.
Now I don't know. Maybe he hadn't seen the heal more on that thing. That was an interesting way to approach it. You would think about doing the opposite, but gets through it, and yeah, he'll have 9 heal mores on, I think, what is normally an average of 13 rounds. So he's gonna need to manufacture a couple more out of somewhere.
Yeah, maybe he was inspired by seeing somebody double sleep kill a Dragon Lord earlier in the tournament, and maybe going to go those strats.
Now, this feels like, I'm not sure where the math is going on. This feels like he's -3 going into this. I said 13, I would say 14, I think. Although it's right on the borderline. So he's going to need a lot of help, but you never know. He could get it.
Yeah, I would say we're gonna have to really get some low physicals, get a few doubles in here. As we see, yeah, there's a physical that he does for an 8.
Yeah, he's rolled 20 on 2 hits. Third hit makes 30. He needs better swings. I don't think a double, except at the end, is going to even be possible with his low hit points.
Well, this should be. We'll see how close he gets. Maybe he gets it into range to do the Hail Mary here. Meanwhile, we got Guelph diving for what is most likely a valid attempt at the Dragon Lord here with that level 18 in hand. We'll see how good his run luck is once he gets to the bottom 4.
And speaking of that, he did get a double, 66. I believe that is 78 now. So I was not expecting that. I was pretty clear, but how about that? And that's 91. He's still on the outside looking in, but a little bit closer than he was a minute ago. There it is, 103. He does have the MP to throw out a hurt more without using heal more. I think that's 112. And is he going to swing? He's going to swing. 112, 125, and he survives it. $135. I don't think he can even get into the range on this swing. And no, ends up at 147 and just did not get through it. So while we're all talking about that, Guelph is now on the backstretch towards the Dragon Lord.
Yeah, Guelph on the backstretch towards Dragon Lord. JBRun just gets his sword. Still needs to possibly get 18, as we see 17 not very viable. Let's see if Guelph can get through without the heal more.
And also on that same note, SassageLink on the werewolf guarding the sword. He may have it here in just a moment. And then, yeah, we between SassageLink and JBRun about, who can get to 18 first or who tries it on 17. Again, Cyberdark came really close, but felt like he was more than a swing down and had to manufacture a pretty lucky one to get that far.
Yeah, absolutely. So this fight for Guelph just not going well. Stop spells not landing. He's already down to 10 heal mores at this point.
He gets through it. Is he going to lose another heal more at this point? He's got some herbs he can herb up. His hit points, he doesn't really have much better chance for doubles than Cyberdark did. The fact that Cyberdark got one was crazy. But so maybe a little bit of a chance, and we'll just see. Again, he's coming in -1 heal more off of what I would say would be normal odds. But that just means, slightly good swings, and he's fine.
Yeah, let's see how this goes. I'm not super confident. There's still a better chance, in my opinion, than what we saw previously, but not getting any stop spell luck from the Dragon Lord, so he definitely needs his opener.
And he gets it. First swing for 10. While we're saying that, Sassage just went directly back towards the Dragon Lord. The same amount of heal mores that Guelph came in, so we'll see how that goes. Second swing for 14. It's 24, correct?
Yeah, buddy. And now we're at 39.
Oh, and he just lost the heal more. That or did he have a double, and that's why he lost it?
Yeah, he did a 15 after your 14 there, so picks up another 9 and 12, so 21, so wherever we're at there.
Another 9. I mean, he's rolling, was that 8 to 17? You don't want to see anything in the single digits at this point.
And then on the top left, Sassage gets through the Armor Knight without losing any resources. Is only at 17, so still only has 10 heal mores, but let's see how this one goes.
Shoot, another 10. It doesn't feel to me like Guelph was rolling very well, but I know I've missed a few of them here and there. I think this might be 122 if I'm lining up with chat, so we still got a chance. Just depends where the Dragonlord decided to roll. $135 with 2 swings, possible 3. Shoot, so that is another 8. 143, is this going to do it? 157 does not do it, and Guelph goes down. Sassage now, the opportunity on the Dragonlord already.
Yeah, Sassage basically in the same exact position here. There's negligible stat difference between 17 and 18. Had the same 10 heal mores, so it's all going to come down to rolls at this point. We know he has at least 158 HP on that Dragonlord too.
We see JBRun coming in too. It's a possibility if things don't work out for Sassage here. Although that 15 is a very nice roll. Everyone's just about had an opportunity.
Yeah, absolutely. JBRun definitely trying to get another level here, but is diving at this point. Meanwhile, Cyberdark is about to get another level. One more enemy after this blue dragon will get him to 18, and we'll see if that extra MP is enough to send him back downstairs.
Sassage had a chance at 49 to swing, did not take it. Again, I don't know exactly where his rolls are, but they do not seem like they are in the ballpark right now, so this might be it.
Between everyone, we've seen so many 10s. Gets a 13, is just short. Gets a low roll there, but was down to 28, so he's going to come up short.
All right, so Cyberdark the first to fail the dive. Guelph followed suit, Sassage third, and JBRun is now diving and looks like he is heading towards the Dragonlord as well. Everyone's got their sword. So the ball's in his court. He has that same issue, level 17. A couple less AP means probably going to take an extra round. And missing out on 2 heal more, so this is definitely a scary fight.
Yeah, as Guelph's heading back towards Sherlock, I've been watching, he has been taking battles. 16,500, I believe, for the next level, so he's a little right around halfway there.
Is he going to grind here? Because I'm pretty sure you have to go right to go downstairs, right?
No, you can actually go both directions. Both stairs lead down to Grave 2. He's just taken a slightly longer path because he didn't remember or realize that the right set of stairs takes you right next to the downstairs.
All right. And Cyberdark's picked up 18. He's also diving. It's just going to be, you know, considering he's going right and considering what's happening to Guelph right now, might be able to sneak in before him.
Yeah, Guelph having terrible luck with this red dragon. Multiple run fails, gets slept, finally gets away. One thing these runners are going to have to start watching, though, if they're not paying attention, is key usage with the amount of dives they've been doing here. Interesting enough, JBRun down here on the bottom right continually keeps getting slept by the red dragon. Just said, you know what, I'm just going to keep fighting through it, and does take it down.
I mean, he's right on the verge of 18, too. That extra 2 strength may matter. It probably matters more if he loses a heal more between now and then. Now he has to deal with the heal more Armor Knight himself.
Yeah, we'll see if he gets lucky or not. He is in a good position right now on attack to get through it if it's a good swing. Not enough, but it does not heal more. Should kill it right here.
And he does. He's not going to be able to completely top off, but he does pick up 18. And Guelph and Cyberdark are right behind him. They're basically in the same spot, within streamer margin of error at this point.
Absolutely. This is a amazing ending to this seed right now. And just remember, folks, there are playoff implications for this. If either of our top runners, Sassage or Guelph, finish in first, they force a play-in race. Everybody else would be eliminated. Both runners on bottom already eliminated, so they're here to play upset special and Cyberdark get into the Dragonlord first on this current round.
Yeah, snuck not only by Guelph, but got by JBRun. SassageLink also diving. Theoretically could have all 4 players on the Dragonlord at the same time if things work out. Well, I spoke a little too much.
Yeah, Guelph, just another horrible encounter with that Armor Knight. Just nothing going his way on it whatsoever.
Now, in Cyberdark's situation, again, this is not guaranteed by any means, but he has to feel reasonable about his odds at this point, and he does get the opening attack, which matters a lot.
Yeah, opening attack was huge. Has that extra heal more, that little bit of extra strength in comparison to the last time he was here. So in a much better position, still needs to get good rolls though.
Right, and from what we've seen, the Dragonlord is at least on the top half of the hit point range. So, we're talking about normal odds. You might have to add 1 swing to it.
Yeah, that's a very fair statement. So we got runner 3, SassageLink on the Dragonlord for his first go-round. Does have the 10 heal mores at level 17. Is getting a very stop spell happy Dragonlord 1 and is going to go in at full HP. But gets ambushed and still gets an opener, but loses the chance at a double. So we'll see what happens here. Just keep watching these rolls and what these runners on the bottom will do. We have JBRun just 3 heal mores remaining.
I haven't been counting, but I'm not feeling super positive about Cyberdark at this point. Although now we just saw another 15. Those are the numbers you want to see. It could be like a 109 with 2 heal mores left. That doesn't sound great.
Oh, JBRun didn't heal more. Swung at like 20-something HP and gets sent home. Not sure where he was lining up there, but that's a shame.
So I believe Cyberdark's at 132 with probably 2 swings left. He's going to have to swing pretty high to get this from just what we've seen. 148, and here we go. Last swing. 157. Didn't we see that number already? Who hit that before?
Good grief, yeah, that was Guelph. Guelph on the 157 earlier. Now we got Cyberdark with 157. SassageLink up here. I don't like that 8 I've seen. Not sure where he's been at all. I was trying to watch both the bottom 2 here, but 2 heal mores left. Let's see how he's doing. Single digits, not very beneficial though.
Yeah, Sassage is definitely being a lot more aggressive on this fight than he was in the last. Swinging in the actual damage ranges, but I don't know. He's got 2 swings left. Is this going to be enough? Are we going to see maybe a nope? He swings, and that is not enough.
Well then, this is just amazing. Guelph, meanwhile, he wants this level. He is walking back and forth looking for the blue dragon specifically, or he'll take the golem on as well. Heck, he'll probably... No, he's trying to heal walk as well at this point, but he would get the level on the Armor Knight, so maybe just trying to get his HP back.
So all of our players have failed on the Dragonlord at least once. Guelph has failed on a serious dive. I think Sassage and Cyberdark have both lost twice now. We had an opportunity where everyone was in Charlotte going, and right now, everyone seems to be, thinking about what they're doing here a little bit more. Sassage picking up some keys, and Guelph, unfortunately, that red dragon just is not letting him get away with anything, and there he goes.
Yeah, this Charlock is brutal, and there we go with the red dragon stats. 50% sleep, and does have that max 9 out of 16 stop spell resist, so you're a slight underdog at a coin flip.
So JBRun is grinding on the Stone Man here. May have the most. I don't know. He might actually get to 19 before Guelph if he just keeps on this while Guelph has to walk back. Sassage again going in at 17 though is just bound and determined. Thinks he has enough and is going to dive once more.
Yeah, we'll see. We'll see how it goes. We know it is a, in theory, winnable fight, but having the Dragonlord be on the top half of the HP scale is definitely detrimental to this 17 play working. 18, as we've already seen, is sketchy enough. Well, here we go. Guelph picks up a blue dragon on the way over to Sharlock. Let's see what this brings. 2 power, 1 agility, 23 hit points. The 1 MP is nothing, but the 23 hit points definitely opens up the possibility for more attempts at a double.
Yeah, or the Death Necklace, which they've had for a long time, basically guarantees this one. I think it would be what... let me see what his stats are real quick. Yeah, that's 136 right now. That'd be 146. I think either way, this is looking good.
Yeah, you go so long without even thinking about the Death Necklace once it becomes viable. I forgot about that completely. And now he should feel more confident being able to possibly, you know, go into that Armor Knight's battle being willing to use a Hurt War and try and get through it.
In the meantime, SassageLink is ahead of him on the path to the Dragonlord, and Cyberdark is just a little ways behind. We've already seen him kind of skate through here before, so I don't know. I don't think he's been repelling anything, so I don't think it has anything to do with the extra agility. But here we go. SassageLink on the spike, Guelph right behind.
Yeah, Guelph keeps finding the spike out on the stairs or out on the desert there, but there we go. Sassage will be about 10 seconds or so behind. Oh, look at the crit by Guelph. Gets through it. No MP use. Is going to have a full 12 heal mores as long as he gets there. I shouldn't have said something sooner.
SassageLink, however, starts the fight, has the 10 full heal mores, didn't really use any resources, I don't think, getting here. Like, he had to use a couple of herbs, but he's still in pretty good shape. Could get an opening double, and that could be the difference between that or not. And we'll see if Guelph decides to use the Death Necklace here. It might wind up being necessary. If SassageLink takes this out and Guelph does not use it, you know, he might have to catch up a little bit. But no, he's going straight for the Death Necklace. No herbs, all swings. And even though SassageLink is through this first, we gotta think Guelph might be in the pole position here.
Yeah, Guelph going to be able to get through and a little faster with the damage rolls. And seems to have had a much faster Dragonlord one fight, even throwing on the Death Necklace. Only, I think, 1 or 2 turns behind SassageLink at this point.
Yeah, I believe SassageLink's at 29, 12 for Guelph, 41 for SassageLink now.
Yeah, I'll be quiet and let people... Oh, I saw a 20 over here.
Yeah, 32 and 56. Yeah, I can't count 2 things at the same time.
Yeah, I struggle with 1. That's why I was like, oh, if you're going to go for it, we'll go for it. We're seeing really good rolls on Guelph's side, though. I've seen that 20. We've seen that 17. We just got a 14. Meanwhile, over on Sassage's side, we're seeing that 15 is pretty nice.
Sassage hasn't been rolling bad. It's just he needs particularly good rolls, and he can't really keep up with what Guelph's throwing out right now. So maybe those 2 rounds an advantage, and he still has to kill the Dragonlord, of course. We know he's on the top half of the hit point range.
Yeah, and honestly, I think Guelph with like we've seen 21 now, we've seen a 20, a 19. Just those damage rolls are cutting rolls from Sassage out. So another 21. Guelph pretty much free at this point, just has to get through the rest of the fight.
And Sassage thinking about it, last heal more, he's going to get a couple of swings. Could have possibly gotten 3 with a little bit better. 15, let's see, this last possible swing for Sassage, and it's 9, and he doesn't get it, but Guelph does, finishes off the Dragonlord. First one through on what has proven to be an extremely difficult end to the seed, and will be coming through with a W and a berth in the play-in race.
Yeah, that's fantastic. Guelph ensuring that we're going to get some bonus DWR content before the postseason begins, comes in with an official time of 1 hour, 52 minutes, and 50 seconds.
And there's been opportunities for everyone in this race, but this go level has been, 17 looked like it could, 18 looked like it could, and it wound up at 19. What was necessary for Guelph, and it has led him to the win, and he's still alive in this tournament.
Yeah, this was an absolutely fantastic finish too. I mean, the seed did not disappoint. The runners went vastly different directions. We saw XP leads kind of change hands after that initial Cyberdark lead, and to look around, and then here we go. Joined in our booth is tonight's winner, Guelph35. GG's. How are you feeling right now?
Well, it still says his mic is muted, but while we're waiting on that, speaking of mute, JBRun is now on to the Dragonlord for, I think, his second full fight, but he's here at 19. I don't know if he came in with all the resources, but he's definitely got the attack power and put on that death necklace, so he might have the same sort of fight that Guelph just had.
All right, now can you hear me?
Yeah, we can. GG's again.
Yeah, I'm surprised. I did not expect as many things as went wrong. I did not expect to be winning there.
Well, if you take a look at our screens right now, along with you, I think we're on, probably, if we tally them all together, we're on like maybe fights 12 and 13 of the Dragonlord combined right now.
Jesus. Okay, so I wasn't the only one having the same problems.
Yeah, we'll take a look at the HP once our runners get done here, but we know we counted out some 157s by a couple runners now, so above 150, 157 for the max HP, so yeah, everybody's struggling.
Because I hit, 153 on my first?
Chat had you at 157, we had Cyberdark on a 157 as well, but I'll be honest, I wasn't counting, so I have to trust them.
Yeah, I in hindsight, just getting that extra level would have been way easier.
Look at JBRun having a little fun here at the end. Got all the way to 165. Get GG's out for JBRun. Going to finish second tonight. And while he doesn't get postseason aspirations, played really well. Final time of 1 hour, 55 minutes, and 25 seconds.
Yeah, really well done. Whatever he can handle at the end being pretty ridiculous. I think he was maybe the second fastest this sword. Maybe it's all in my head, but it always feels like whoever gets the sword first winds up actually being the slowest to kind of get to it from everything else. And I think that's what really eluded you, Guelph, was just finding where that sword location was. But in the meantime, I think when Cyberdark got the sword, he had over 1,000 experience lead on you, and because you kept all that time in Sharlock, really kind of cruised back. Like, what were you thinking going through there looking for it?
Well, I knew that blue dragons and golems were basically free money, so I'd fight those. And first time through it, also I was taking green dragons, I think, because they were pretty easy. It was basically just a walking grind, more or less. There was the one path I skipped because it was the really long second floor of Sharlock. I'm glad I skipped that and found a different route.
Well, meanwhile, Cyberdark is successful in his 32nd attempt at the Dragonlord. Takes it down, is going to finish here. Official time of 156.46. Get those GGs out for Cyberdark. And Sassage back on the Dragonlord again as well. It's still at level 17, though.
Oh, it's got to be rough at 17.
He has definitely made the most attempts at lower levels. I think, I don't know, were you at 17 or 18 on your first dive?
I was at 18.
Yeah, I think the first dive was Cyberdark at 17, and then I think he went back again and just didn't even make it. I think JBRun got to 18 before his first dive. We're just looking at everyone on the screen. Dragonlord 2, both of you went 1 for 2 on that one.
Our stats are almost in sync here.
Well, GG Cyberdark, our third place finisher, joining us tonight. How are you feeling about this one?
How many times can I throw myself at the Dragonlord?
You and everybody else. It was magical. We might have a attorney record for most Dragonlord fights ever.
Oh, okay, that's awesome. Yeah, other than that, blue dragons I think were the only thing to grind really, so it was great that you could grind them at like level 10.
Yeah, very, very clear 75% stop spell coupled with that hurt. You were definitely the first one of our runners to take advantage of that, but everybody else kind of joined in with you maybe a level or two later. So you actually got out to a decent experience lead as a result.
Yeah, I thought the beginning went well. Once I got up high enough and found the armor, then it was really easy, of course.
So I have one question, and that's for both you and Guelph. How did you enjoy those coordinate counts?
Yes.
I'll just give you this. I think between the two of you, you searched about 150 tiles all around the flute. Somehow it was amazing to watch. I don't know how neither of you actually ended up just accidentally getting it with all the searches.
I don't know.
Was there a guardian on it?
No, since it's fairy flute, no guard.
That explains it, because I was looking for a guardian.
I even went back and recounted, and then I was just like, how did I not search that square? Because it was the one right next to the one that I thought it was.
Yeah, it was pretty amazing. Meanwhile, SassageLink, after another failed attempt, did throw in the towel, get some GGs out for him as well. Very, very well ran. Just ultimately tried to make it work at 17 and fell a little short. And GGs, SassageLink, thanks for joining us in the booth. How you feeling about this one?
Thanks. I think I had probably the worst DL2 luck ever on that one.
Yeah, as I was kind of filling in the others here, everybody had that same DL2 luck. Ultimately, though, the other runners did opt to go. Cyberdark went up to level 18, and then JBRun and Guelph ultimately ended up at 19 to try and compensate for the borderline and high HP Dragonlord. If we can get that Dragonlord up on the screen as well, we'll see how much HP that thing had.
Yeah, I know I got him to 162 and didn't win, but
I stopped counting after about 130, I think. Although I'm sure I was close a couple of times.
yeah, I went 4 times. First time I had 156, then 162, then 159. It was just
He was
some
bad.
little thing got me every time.
Max HP 165.
Yeah, that's a thing of beauty. Yeah, that was the ultimate catalyst here. Honestly, if it was in the lower half, all of you finish probably 10, 12 minutes earlier because, yeah, everybody got into that at least mid-range at some point on one of the previous fights.
What was the stop resist on the Armored Knight?
I didn't try.
Because
Me neither.
my first time fighting him, he hit me with the heal more. So I think I burned 4 stop spells and they all missed. 8, so I missed 4 coin flips. Okay.
Coin flips, yeah. And I know I saw several try the Red Dragon. It had the max 9 out of 16 stop spell resist on the Red Dragon as well.
Yeah, I wasn't going to try the Red Dragon at all, but with the Armored Knight, once I knew, I was like, okay, well, I'm either burning 1 hurt more, or I'm just swinging and hoping I stay alive.
So, question from chat, and I was kind of already going to go down this route. How you guys feeling about that new Easy Sharlock flag?
Yeah.
I mean, I was running from Red Dragons more than I thought I would, but I still wasn't running from them enough.
Yeah, Sharlock, for honestly how big Sharlock was, all of you relatively found the path down really quickly. Even Guelph, who went left instead of right to start. You all found the path down, didn't get rewarded with the sword, but the sword wasn't too bad either. But that Sharlock was just absolutely brutal to you guys.
Yeah, Sherlock was really short once you figured out the path, and it was honestly the first stairway to try, so it wasn't hard to find. I think I got lucky finding the sword.
I will say you were the fastest to find the sword by far. Guelph did give us a little bit of bonus coverage of the Sharlock depths before coming across that same stairwell path. And I'll be honest, I kind of trying to keep up on everybody. I missed the other two. Yeah, you got there real fast. And what other thoughts you guys have on the seed? It went pretty long here. We had a rough early game and some really fun early enemies.
Yeah, what did you guys do to get out on level 1?
Torch is a scorpion.
You got
I used my 2
I mean,
torches
on
as
a
well.
level 2, I guess that was where the problem was. If you ran out of torches,
Oh, Drakey's and yeah,
Drakey. Oh, because
I
they.
think I actually found a couple ghosts in swamp.
Okay.
I ended up doing a ghetto grind in the free cave, and then ended up going up and getting a broadsword in Rimmaldar.
Broadsword, chainmail, large. I think I did that at level 3 or 4, maybe.
So my torches went on a magician, and then I think I just chipped away and then crit 3 more magicians to get out of jail.
Yeah, I think everything early game that you could actually try to tank was hurt more or sleep or both. That was horrible.
But I almost killed 4 metal slimes in like 3 minutes. It was ridiculous.
There were metal slimes.
Yeah,
Oh, yeah, there was a
around
section.
Swamp Cave.
There were a couple sections of them.
I didn't see a single one.
I killed 2 in like back to back. I think that got me like levels 7 and 8 or something, or maybe
Okay,
8 and 9.
I managed to kill 1, but I was probably level like 13 or 14 then, so it didn't really matter.
Yeah, as one of our chatters here, Beto, is pointing out, Sassage got real behind on experience. I think you were stuck at 9 experience while the other runners were already up to levels 5 and 6 in that area. But then you were the first of the runners to do that gold grind out of the freebie cave, go get that equipment and just throttle back. Having that broadsword in hand was really huge for you to get caught up.
Yeah, it seemed like everything I was trying to kill was hurt more, and I just went, okay, I gotta do this. It's gonna take a while, but it's gonna be worth it.
I'm just looking at the stats here now. I'm assuming level 19 had enough HP that you could use a death necklace.
Yep.
Ah.
Yeah, I think 19 was a plus 23 HP for at least the strength HP build, guys.
Yeah, I would say I think it was optional, but I think both of our people who got the 19 took a couple of bops along the way, so it became less optional and more mandatory.
Yeah, it was only 1 extra MP, so no extra heal mores or anything for that matter.
So any final thoughts on this, or for our runners that are, wrapping up their league, any final thoughts on the league itself?
Not much here. Just want to say GG's to everybody. Congrats, Guelph, getting into the play-in race. And thank you, everybody, for putting this race on. Really appreciate it.
Yeah, GG's to everyone in the top 16 or that's going to be in the top 16. I'm really looking forward to next week. Wish I could play in it, but I'll have fun commentating.
And how you feeling about that play-in race, Guelph? Looking forward to it?
Sure. Why not?
I love it.
Yeah, I mean, you have some experience in that, right? Didn't you win the play-in during
I'm
the...
well versed in losing out in a tiebreaker race to miss playoffs, so it's where I usually end up. So I'm okay with it.
All right, we do have the schedule up for tomorrow. I think it's on for me at least. And just to keep an eye out, we do have a race at 11 a.m. tomorrow. We still need some help with that, though. So if you're somebody who is willing to assist with that race, let us know in the Discord. We could use some more hands to make sure we get what is a very important Group 2 race to go.
Yeah, there's going to be cinnamon rolls and chocolate milk, so make sure you got your PJs ready and join us. And yeah, for people calling out Group 1, we're doing some async stuff. We really tried, but there was a bunch of struggles. So we'll be doing some async for that. But yeah, you can see the rest of the schedule. We got a couple races there on Sunday as well, 4 and 5 p.m. Eastern respectively. So hopefully we'll get this week 5 wrapped up. We'll get into that play-in race, see who comes out victorious, and we'll have some brackets together for the playoffs.
Awesome. Thank you guys for the restream and the commentary and the tracking. Well, I much appreciate it.
Well, any final thoughts on tonight, Aaron, before we wrap up?
No, just an amazing race with a really kind of tricky end game there. Just seemed like enough, and then you had sleepy red dragons with an easy Sharlock, but just wasn't quite as easy as you would have hoped.
Yeah, I agree. I think at least it was equal opportunity across the board. Everybody felt the pain there. So stay tuned, though. We're going to send this over to Tristal, one of our DWR participants in this Winter League, doing some Dragon Warrior Randomizer right now. So should be a good time there. But for our restreamer, Camion Renikai, who also was one of our trackers, and our other tracker, Citroid41, and my co-commentator, Aaron, to you too. As DK9146, everybody have a wonderful evening.